everyone, it's me Catherine, and today I am operating on exactly 0 hours sleep because last night I thought it would be a great idea to stay up all night watching One Piece. See what happened was I've been rewatching One Piece, and yesterday evening, whatever time it was, I reached the Alabasta arc and made the mistake of checking and saw that I only had about 30 episodes before Ace turned up. So I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna stay up all night and watch this. Just to see Ace. And was it worth it? It absolutely was. Ace is great and I love him so very, very, very much. And I missed him. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today, I'm here to do a January-February reading wrap-up. I'm pretty sure I said, like, the last time I did like a channel update thing that I wouldn't be doing wrap-ups ever again. But here we are, because I haven't been reading a great deal, aside from binging One Piece, which I really shouldn't have done because I should have got other things I need to be doing. January, I spent 95% of my free time playing Fire Emblem Three Houses, and February, I realised that, oh shit, I have an exam in July, proficiency exam, that I am not by any means prepared for, so I should probably start studying. So, February, most of my free time has been spent studying with YouTube anime on in the background. I really shouldn't. I should have known better. But I didn't. So I put One Piece on in the background, and well. So in total, over January and February, I read a grand total of 3 books. So the first book that I read in January was a reread, and that is Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell. I reread this with every intention of filming a review, a spoilery chat, which I had done actually, but I wasn't happy with how it was, so that doesn't exist anymore, and I just haven't had the time or the energy to sit down and film another one. But I read this came out last year, I read it, I really enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more the second time round, probably because I knew what was coming, I knew what was happening, and so I could sort of relax while I was reading it, whereas the first time round, I was a bit tense. So this time I was more relaxed, I knew what was coming, so I could relax, I could enjoy it, I could appreciate it more, and I love it. If you don't know what Wayward Son is, it is the sequel to Carry On, which is a sort of like fan fiction, Rainbow Rowell sort of fan fiction, based on fan fiction, that her fictional character writes in her book Fangirl, which is based on a fictional book series that's sort of similar to Harry Potter, and we're following Simon Snow in his last year at the magical school of Watford. I can't remember like the actual proper title of the school, and this is the sequel to that. I really enjoyed Carry On. I enjoyed it a lot. It is probably it's probably my favourite, if not one of my favourite books of all time, and this is the sequel, which I also enjoyed. Not as much, but still good. And the next two books that I read are manga volumes. One of them is a reread. It's something I read many years ago online. It was a fan translation. I used to read a lot of my manga as fan translations back in the day because I didn't have money to buy manga, and it was easy to get to. But if you ever read, still reading manga that way, I'm pretty sure they'll still do it. Like they tend to put like little notes and messages to say that make sure that when you are able to support the mangaka, and obviously buy a physical, which is something I've always planned to do, and I'm slowly very slowly getting there. Sadly, a lot of them I can't remember the names of, which is a shame. It's mainly the shoujo ones that I've forgotten, because I used to read a lot of shoujo. Not just shoujo, actually, just romance in general. I used to go for the romance a lot, which is how I found some of my favourites. It's how I found Kimi ni Todoke, which I think is pretty popular. And there's a couple of others that, like, like one-shot ones, not like massive series, that I really enjoyed, that I just can't remember the names of, that I need to look up. And so I can get them. But I'm going off on a tangent. Basically, I read this a long time ago online, and I bought myself a physical edition of it. And it is Doshitemo Furetakunai by Yoneda Ko. So I will start off by saying that this is technically categorised as yaoi. It's definitely on the softer side. This one is more about the relationship, less about the sex, which is definitely more my thing. Like, sex is fine, but like, I'm here for the romance. I want the love, I want the relationship side, I want them getting to know each other, which is what this is. But I should probably put out there that Yoneda Ko's not, all her stuff isn't like this. I mean, I haven't read all of her stuff, but this was her debut and I really liked it. But like, I'm pretty sure she's a woman. Like, women writing like gay romances between gay relationships between men, it's always it's a bit of an iffy. It's always a bit iffy anyway, and especially with yaoi, it's usually bordering on the fetishness, which is not, and like inappropriate as well. So like, the next, like, so because I enjoyed this, I naturally went looking for other Yoneda Ko, and like, one of them was a bit about a relationship between an uncle and his nephew. His nephew, who is in high school, I should add, which is gross. So like, if you don't know Yoneda Ko, then don't. But that's not why I'm here. This is a wrap up. I read this, I'm going to talk about it because I enjoyed it. So this is Yoneda Ko. It's Doshitemo Furetakunai by Yoneda Ko. I think it's translated on the inside as I do not want to touch. And we are following Shima Toshiaki, who is starting a new job. And we learn that he basically had to quit his last job because he was treated like shit, because he basically he was in a relationship with his boss, who was a man, but who was straight, and his boss basically he started to treat Shima like shit because he started to hate himself, and I think basically blaming Shima for everything that was going wrong. So he had no choice but to quit, and then he starts this new job and he finds himself yet again in a relationship with his boss, who appears to be straight. And naturally he's scared because of past experiences. He's worried that it's all going to be the same, and he's scared basically, and it's sort of them working through it, and it ends well. I would say it is a happy ending. Like this, it's not another, I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy along the way, but like it does end well for them, and I enjoyed it a lot. Basically because it focuses more on the romance. It's more about the relationship and less about the sex, and I adore it a lot. Like, it makes me feel all fuzzy inside, like, you know, the butterflies that you get, like, you know, when you really love something, like a song you hear and it just makes you feel things, and you can feel it, all the butterflies in your stomach. Like, this is basically this is how this made me feel, like, pretty much all the way through. I'm sad when Shima's sad, I'm scared when Shima's scared, I'm feeling everything that Shima's feeling, all the fears and the hopes that he has, and that he's everything that he's afraid of. And I mean, I talk about this a lot. I really enjoy relationships between people. I really enjoy reading about people and the building their relationships, and this, I enjoyed this a lot. Last is the first volume of Tokyo Ghoul by Ishida Sui, and this I I've actually already watched like the first season of the anime, so I sort of already had the main gist of what was going on. So this is, if you don't know, Tokyo Ghoul is set in, I mean it's set in Tokyo. Who would have guessed? In Japan. But it's set in a world where beings exist called ghouls that feed on humans. They look like humans, but they aren't. They're ghouls, and they require human meat to sustain themselves. And we follow what's his name? Kaneki Ken, who is a university student, and stuff happens to him. Poor kid. Doesn't have the best time, does told Ken. But yeah, it's a bit gruesome. But yeah, it's good. It's good. I like it, and I should probably get the next one. Like, Okay, so I'm going to stop that there. That is everything I read in January and February. I have other books that are on the go that I'm just not going to talk about until I finish them. If I finish them? No, when I finish them. So my reading year did not get off to a great start, but that's fine. That's fine. I've still got 10 months left. I still have 10 months left, so it's fine. It'll get better from here. It will get better from here after I take a nap. Definitely taking a nap. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Anyway, that is it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you've been reading throughout January and February. Hopefully you've read a lot more than I did. Have a lovely day, and I will hopefully see you in another video. Bye! And it was... Oh my god, I forgot what it's called. Why am I doing this? But I am very slowly getting there. So it's not like I've been... What am I even talking about? Oh my god. Baby. If you don't know what Wayward Son is, it is the prequel bordering on fetish. Oh my god, fetish. I'm probably not going to recommend it to anyone because I don't